Have you ever wondered how a luxury watch like Rolex became such a powerful symbol of status? Subscribe before I diving into the fascinating history of Rolex and the secret rivals that tried to take its crown. Let's rewind to the early 1900s. Picture Hans Wilsdorf, a German visionary living in London. He noticed something. Pocket watches were everywhere, but nobody took wristwatches seriously. Back then, they were considered jewelry for women. Fragile, not very reliable. Subscribe before I tell you that Hans had an idea. He wanted to make wristwatches precise and robust enough for men too. In 1905, he founded Rolex. Rolex quickly gained a reputation for innovation. In 1926, they created the Oyster, the world's first waterproof wristwatch. Imagine, people actually dunked these watches in fish tanks to prove their durability. Then came the perpetual rotor in 1931, which made self-winding watches a thing. Every time you moved your wrist, your Rolex charged itself. No more winding every morning. But here's what most people don't know. As Rolex soared, a secret race was brewing. Subscribe before I tell you that. In Switzerland's snowy valleys, smaller rival brands like Omega and Longines were quietly perfecting their own masterpieces. These weren't flashy upstarts. They had history, they had their own fans, and they wanted to be number one. Omega nearly stole Rolex's thunder at the 1932 Olympics, becoming the official timekeeper, a spot Rolex desperately wanted. Longines, meanwhile, was setting world records in aviation and sports timing. The rivalry was fierce, but mostly behind closed doors. You wouldn't see it in ads, but in Swiss workshops, the competition was personal. Rolex kept innovating, but its rivals pushed it to go further. The Submariner, the GMT Master, the Daytona, these legendary models were all reactions to what other brands were doing. It was like an arms race, but with gears and springs. Today, Rolex is a household name even if you've never worn one. But look closer, and you'll see Omega timing the Olympics, Longines sponsoring equestrian events, and dozens of other brands still chasing the legend. The secret rivals? They're not so secret anymore. They're part of what keeps the world of watches ticking, always pushing for that next big breakthrough. So next time you see a Rolex, remember, it's not just a watch, it's the product of over a century of fierce, quiet rivalry. And that's what makes its ticking so legendary. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time. If you love stories like this, don't forget to hit subscribe. It's free. I won't charge you a cent for subscribing. Till next time, stay tuned.